everyone, it's Talks from Crits Happen. Thanks for watching and welcome back. Today we're doing something a little different, and I don't even know how this is going to work out. But next to me is a box, and I have no idea what's in it. I'm a little excited about it because it's the first one that we've gotten that has ever said "To Crits Happen." Normally just through conversing with people and talking to them, they'll send it like addressed to me personally when I give them my name and the shipping address. But this is the first one that says "To Crits Happen," which is kind of cool. Thanks to you guys, thanks to everyone who's been involved with us on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Google+. Crits Happen is slowly getting bigger and bigger, and more people are listening and watching and commenting and sharing and liking and tweeting and I guess plussing. I don't know what it is on Google+. But it's slowly starting to happen and come together, which is really cool. So I really, really appreciate it. But this is kind of cool for me. This is the first box that we've gotten that says Crits Happen. So it's a little cementation that we're like making it. And I don't know what it is. So I'm going to open it with you, and it could suck or it could not suck. So we'll dig in here and we'll see what it is. I really hope that it's something meant for gaming and not some kind of practical joke. That would be really bad. But then again, I suppose if that's the case, I could just not show this video. So whoever wrapped it did a darn good job with the tape. And I've never been one for opening boxes myself. So we'll see. Selfishly, I'm kind of hoping it's a game, obviously. So we could have something new to show you guys, and something new to share with you guys. What's in here? We have bubbles. We have lots of bubbles. Ooh. Daddy is very happy. So aside from a whole lot of plastic, this is a very apropos shirt. This is Marvel Legendary. This is the full print copy of Marvel Legendary, which is awesome. This is Upper Deck Entertainment's brand new deck builder based around the Marvel Universe. And for those of you who haven't seen it, we did a critical play and a critical review of this. We gave it a hit. And despite what some people may think, I'm just going to go ahead and unbox this right now, because that's just how crazy I am. Despite what some people may think, some people think that just because I don't give a game a crit means I don't like it. And that's not the case. This was a hit. We gave it a hit. And I honestly, I told Jason Brenner, the designer, I feel as though Legendary is going to become a crit. More and more expansions come out, more and more heroes, villains. As more things become available, I think this is going to become really, really popular. It's a great base starting game. The box is really nice. It's slick. It's smooth, and it looks great. The artwork looks great. Amazingly, for 550 cards plus, this thing is not that heavy. I'm actually surprised. I thought it would weigh a ton. But the artwork looks great. It's absolutely beautiful. Let's go ahead and open it up. I love that new box flatulence. Wow, okay, so the rule book is much smaller than I expected. Much, much smaller. But let's see here. Yes, this is very similar to the rule book that I've seen online. In fact, it is the rule book I've seen online. Very, very colorful. It's got good descriptions. It's got charts on here, and it's got a chart on the back to tell you how many cards to go ahead and get set up with. And we'll go ahead and put that up like that. Let's take a look and see what else is inside here. Let's see, we've got a board that looks like a 6-piece folding board. That's interesting. Different kind of style, so it kind of folds like that, as you can see. Really, really big, really big, and good looking. You can see there's your KO pile up here. There's your escape schemes, your escape villains, your wounds, your bystanders, your villain and hero deck in the corner. It's a little weird to hold up like this. You have your city, your HQ, your shield, your mastermind, so spots for everything, and it looks really, really good. And this is very similar, if not identical, to the board that I played on at Gen Con. If any of you played on Gen Con well, look familiar. You have the setup up here in the corner, and you have the turn order right here as well, which is really nice. And then inside here, it looks like we have, well, there's a foam insert. Not sure exactly what that's for. And a ton of cards. So let's see what we've got here. Oh, really super cool. Well, maybe not super cool. How does that work? That's kind of interesting. So it looks like dividers. Looks like there's dividers, but they don't have names at the top. So that's kind of interesting. I'm not sure. I'm assuming they're supposed to be used as dividers, but they don't have names along them. Still interesting. So it looks like then we have what looks to be very securely wrapped packs of cards here. And man, wow. Okay, so first thing that's really nice, the demo version we've had has had straight corners, and this has rounded corners. So it looks really good. The card stock is much different. It just feels very different from the original. But you can see it still has the different colored borders and different effects from those colors. And then this looks to be all of the commons, yes, and shields and some of the what are they? The henchmen. Looks like some of the henchmen. So, but it also does not look as though, well, there's a lot of cards in here. It does not look as though these are organized when you get them. So it appears you're going to have to separate them into, as you can see, here's all the different ones. Yeah, these are kind of randomly inserted, which is kind of cool and kind of bad. Because you are going to have to organize them when you build your decks or you build your scenarios, or I'm not really sure what you call them, but when you set up the game, you're going to pick 5 heroes from the available heroes. So you'll see like every stack I've started with has Black Widow on top, so you're going to have to pull out all of the Black Widow cards. But man, the card stock is really nice. It's slick. It's very slick. It's not shiny, I guess is the way to say it. It's almost like a flat matte kind of look to it, which is very interesting. The font, so this is something interesting. The font on the original was kind of hard to see. And we'll show you some examples here, but the font doesn't look to have changed all that much. And by font, I mean the actual title of the cards. So the titles of the cards, they look a little different. I'll have to take and we'll put a regular one and a new one and an old one together, because I still have the demo copy, the beta copy that Jason had given me. But we'll check that out. It does look a little still challenging to read, although it does look a little clearer. I think it looks to me, just offhand, like they may have taken the shadows off of the titles. So there's just quite a bit of storage in here. I can already tell that the deck I'm holding right now is the rares, because it doesn't have borders, and man, they look good. They look really good. So you can say there's no borders around these. They're full on straight to the edge, and man, they look really good. So that's really exciting to see. It's really cool. You know, I'm big fan of people who are very passionate about bringing good games to the market, and I had many discussions with Jason, who is the lead for Upper Deck Entertainment, and just him, the entire team have worked very hard on this. And it's a very good quality product. And you can see inside here in the box, there is just a big, massive amount of storage. More, if you'll notice, than cards that you have. So odds are that more cards are coming, which is really cool. And even cooler because it looks like they can all fit in this box, which is even better. So, pretty cool. As our first box given to us as crits happen, we get a hit of a game. We get Marvel Legendary. We get some really cool stuff in here. And I hope you liked it. We're definitely going to play the living bejesus out of this. We enjoyed and played the beta very much. I think it's a little odd that you get these dividers, which are helpful in a game that has this type of setup, but they don't have names on them. That's a little odd. And there's like no... At least I don't think there's any stickers. Nope, there's no stickers to put on. So I guess it's not that big of a deal. I mean, you're gonna know when you look. Hey, that's Black Widow, and you know who's Cyclops and who's Thor and who's Captain America. But yeah, I'll tell you what. We're gonna take a second. I'm gonna go ahead and put all the cards in here and organize them, and then we'll come back and we'll show you what it looks like. All right, so we've gone ahead and I've boxed everything up. And as you can see, there is definitely enough room in here for more cards. The thing, I still think it's kind of a little weird, are these dividers. So again, they don't come with any names on them at all. So when you're looking at this in terms of setup, like I have all the heroes here and they're alphabetized, and I have all of the starting decks and shield agents here. I have wounds and bystanders and stuff here, and then all the villains and masterminds and stuff in here, but like there's really not an easy way to tell what they are. So I'm like gonna have to go and write on each one of those white things, little white strips at the top, what they are. That's a little weird. But you know what? If that's the biggest gripe that I have, I think we're doing okay. So let's go ahead and jump in and take a look. Actually, before we do that, let me just go ahead and move this so you can take a look at the board a little better. Board looks great. Just beautiful. It's very easy to follow when you understand the rules of the game, how things move from the sewers to the bank to the rooftops to the streets to the bridge. Looks really, really good. So I'll pull out a couple of the cards and show you the old cards from the beta that I did the playthrough and the critical review of, and then show you the new cards so you can see some of the differences. Okay, so what we're looking at here is the bottom row is the beta cards that were sent to us, and the top row is the final production cards from the copy that we received today. And I don't know if it comes through very well. I'll have to look at it after I get a chance to edit the video. But there's a definitive difference in terms of the gloss on these cards, and you can hear it. There's a different kind of covering or coating on the cards, and as such, it makes the top ones look slightly flatter. I think you can see that in the starbursts in Loki and in the spheres that Magneto is holding. It's definitively a little more muted color-wise on the final production cards. Now, in terms of quality, this is pretty thick and pretty stiff. So is this. There's really, they're both are very good quality. Personally, I like the rounded corners, but of course, you know, you could always take these square corners and just punch them, but you know, be that as it may. The final production cards are really good quality. Now, when I was talking earlier about the fonts, you can really see it, especially in Iron Man's. So you can see that on Iron Man's, you've got kind of a black outline on the original and a thinner black outline on the new ones. So it's definitely visibly different. I still think it's a little challenging to read, but on the new ones, this being the new one, but it still definitely does look a lot better. But overall, very, very happy. I think while the artwork does look slightly muted, and I think the only reason I can tell is because I'm looking at the two, I think if I were to just have these, I would be extremely happy, right? So quality-wise, really, really good job. Font looks a little bit better. The victory points are a little bit bigger, so you can read those a little better. Just great final edits to make sure that the final production copy is as good as possible. So very, very well done. Hope you've enjoyed this unboxing.
This is something new for us in terms of getting a new box addressed to Crits Happen, which is really kind of cool. And we want to do a very special thank you to Jason Brenner, who is the lead for Upper Deck Entertainment, and he originally was the one who gave us our prototype copy of the Marvel Legendary, and now we have a full copy of Marvel Legendary. So, going to have much more fun with a full copy. We still do think, as we said, it's a hit. It's a lot of fun in terms of all the different options you have, all the different mechanics inside of the game and the replayability. And it's just going to get better as time goes on. I think this is a great start for a game, and I think it's going to be something that's going to be even better as it gets more and more experience and more heroes and more villains, which, as you saw from the box, there's a lot of room to go. So thanks so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this. Feel free to leave your comments for us here on the YouTube channel. You can find us, of course, at Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and our homepage at critshappen.com. But until we see you next time, enjoy defeating all those masterminds in Marvel Legendary. Keep rolling those dice, and we hope they're all crits.